What is your definition of a developer?
So I have a very wide definition of a developer. I think development is about solving problems. Development is about being able to pick a big problem, breaking down into all sorts of little bits, figuring out what are the things that you can do, what are the things you can't do now, and then figuring out how to actually do those things. So I view development like you want to climb a mountain. So if you look at climbing a mountain, you will break down every single step into little bits, and you say, what do I need to climb a mountain? What's going to happen? What's the map? What's the landscape? What's the weather patterns? But also, what tools do I need in order to climb the mountain? And then you might realize, oh, this is interesting. I can go all the way to this part, but then I'm not going to be able to jump that cliff, right? So I'm going to need specific bits of technology or specific solutions. And my view with development is you solve those first. So you solve the bits that you don't know how to do because they're the ones that give you capabilities. So I view development is necessarily not about coding, not about actually programming. It's about solving problems. Now, what happens in technology and computing, coding is a language that you express your ideas. So if you cannot express your ideas in coding, in programming, you are severely handicapped. You have a lot of limitations in what you do because you can only speak a certain languages. So it's can imagine when you're doing maths, if you don't know how to use a calculator, then you're very limited in the amount of maths you can do. And if you use a calculator but don't know how to use a spreadsheet, then you're very limited in what you can do with a calculator. And my argument is if you use a spreadsheet but don't use something like Elasticstack or other technologies, then you're also very limited. So I think a developer is something that everybody should be because you need to be able to express your ideas and your desires to do something in a way that can be interpreted by technology.